Hi everybody, this is Andrea Spaziani coming to you with my final video diary for the Expanding the Canvas project. To give it like a quick description, I worked with 3 dancers. We made the score together. I worked with a music composer, Matt Smith. We composed this kind of like choreographic score set to music, which you could hear. And then the dancers like use that score as a way to frame their improvised movements. But it's really about the like experience of what the score is making you think about, what the score is like prompting you to do or activating you to transfer into your body or through your body. And so it's kind of this dual process of like the mind and the body working together. And it's so cool to see these forms that came out of the biofeedback and the data that came from the dancers while they were doing this, because the forms themselves, like they move from these like particle blobs, and then suddenly you can see a human form, and then suddenly it like drifts into another space inside of this like digital world. So it's like you're looking at one of the forms and you get curious and you get closer to it, and then you like see the particles, and then suddenly it starts to drift away. Either like there's one moment where it like slowly travels, and then another moment where it just like completely dissolves and then reemerges like behind you. So there's this feeling of like chasing the forms, which is cool, because on one of the earlier examples the forms were a bit more like static in the digital space, but this time they're like really active, and so you feel like you're kind of playing hide and seek or something with them. Next stages, I have a lot of questions and a lot of different ideas, and the scope sometimes starts to like really expand. I'm just like, oh, let's do it all. But so there is this like, right now as it stands, this sort of game world digital space where this piece exists. But you know, my question is like, how can we integrate the live dancers into this world so that you can kind of experience the figures made through the digital data, and then the live presence of the dancer as well. And then suddenly we'll get this like contrast between the representation of the body, the image, the shapes of the body of the dancers, compared to the kind of shapes and experience that are created through their biofeedback data. So, you know, is it possible to, you know, project these things into a theatrical space that people can walk through? That for me is the next stage, is like how to transfer this into a kind of stage design, a virtual stage design, and then incorporate the live presence of the audience, the live presence of the dancers, and then this kind of like commingling of the body, and also the like the choreographic thinking, the dancing as thinking that's going on. That would be super cool. Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you again to the team at Expanding the Canvas, the team I got to work with at SIRT, definitely Jason Hunter and Mohammed Musa, who did the design work on the piece, the dancers that I worked with at the National Ballet of Canada, Lindy Mesmer, Connor Hamilton, and Sophie Lee, the music composer Matt Smith. Definitely a huge thank you to Chris Amon at Muse and Interaxon. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's next. So, bye for now.